Hey, welcome to the next episode of the podcast. Glad you joined us. Make sure to subscribe and also leave comments. Each week we'll put up new shows. If you're a new subscriber, check out all the past episodes as well to catch up. But we look forward to continue talking and hope you enjoy what we're hearing at this point. Jesus, dude. Figure out what fucking week you're on.
I just blank on that. Okay. How about we cut that out? That didn't happen. So
we're going to leave that one in because it's a great. Here, let me throw something else at you. Did you watch the Godzilla versus Kong trailer?
Did actually.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I figured Mike would watch that one. Yeah.
I watched WandaVision and you watched the trailer. Great.
So let's talk about the trailer.
2.5 minutes. I don't know. I have time for that, bathroom.
It's about bite-sized content.
It's a attention span of a firefly. What the fuck's wrong with me?
So anyway, the Godzilla versus Kong, right? Trailer. Yeah. What'd you think, Mike?
I'm gonna be honest with you, right? First off,
lie to me.
No. Yeah, okay, exactly. But as kids growing up, we've always wanted to see this matchup in a big screen, right? King Kong versus Godzilla. Now that we're actually going to see it, and I have to admit, I haven't seen all the new Godzilla movies, but seeing King Kong Godzilla makes me want to recap and watch all the Godzilla movies so I can lead up to this. Because this, I have to admit, it looks really good.
Well, you have to watch 3 movies, right?
Yeah, right.
Kong Skull Island, and then Godzilla, and then King of the Monsters, right?
Right.
Those are the 2. Or 3. But this isn't the first time this movie's been made this before. The old Godzilla movies by Soho were made with King Kong fighting King Kong one time too. So Godzilla's done a movie with King Kong before. So to your point, it's interesting because we get to see them. Here's my take, and I if you haven't seen the movies, and I'm probably telling you something you probably haven't seen at this point.
True. Yeah, spoiler alert.
No, fuck that. If you haven't watched it by now, it's not a spoiler at this point. You watch the movies. So I'm not going to say anything that's a spoiler, by the way. But Kong is not as big as Godzilla in his movie.
Yep.
Okay. Now, when you look at the trailer and when you watch it, Len, you'll see somehow Kong and Godzilla are the same size. I think they downgraded Godzilla because Godzilla should not be able to stand on an aircraft carrier and actually fight off in an aircraft carrier. That's in the trailer. That makes no sense. He's bigger than that.
Oh,
so they've brought him down. And Kong has gotten bigger, but Kong, even in the original Godzilla Kong movie, Kong was smaller than Godzilla, but he's more agile. He can move around quicker and get more shots in that way. And I'm not a fan of at least how they're portraying it, but it's a trailer, so I leave it as what it is. It's supposed to.
There's a part though that tripped me out that made them think that they increased Kong's side because they showed an.
Well, they did. They increased him as well. I agree. But they brought Godzilla down some.
I kept saying to myself, like King Kong to Godzilla comparison sizes, there's a huge difference, right? So when they did this, I was curious to see how they were going to do it. And there was this one image in the trailer where you see Kong's, fingernail with the little girls. And I said to myself, okay, that's not a regular King Kong size, right? Because huge, right? And then when you see him with Godzilla, like, okay, that is kind of, he's not a tiny little, King Kong. He's massive.
Yep. But yeah, in the trailer, you'll see things. So there, you kind of have to watch the previous movies, at least those 2, King of Monsters and Kong Skull Island. Actually, you don't even need to watch Skull Island, but it's good to watch it. But definitely King of the Monsters, because some of the characters from that movie have tied into this one. You don't have to watch the first Godzilla of this new generation, just that one if you want to. Like if you want to skip one, that's one to skip. But I will say, like I said, Godzilla seems smaller. They made King Kong taller, but they evened him out somehow. And Godzilla is not as menacing as size as he should be, or usually has been. And I think in the end, my thought of how this movie is going to play out, think of it like Batman versus Superman, right? They're for some reason they're fighting. No real reason why that they have to, but they are. Most likely one's controlled by another. Most likely Godzilla is somehow being controlled by something that's making him turn, right? And so he's fighting Kong, and eventually they're going to figure out the true enemy and fight against that. So they didn't show that in the trailer. They made it seem like they're just battling. It's just like Batman versus Superman was the same way. They made it seem like, oh, they're just fighting each other. And then later on, you saw one with Doomsday in there.
Yeah.
But I almost guarantee this is going to be similar.
Yeah.
I would be shocked if it's not, because I don't think they want either one to lose, because they're both franchise heavyweights for them that they're trying to take advantage of.
Right, yep.
So let them battle it out, see how fun it would be that they're fighting, and then turn them on whoever the main issue is.
Right.
That's my thoughts.
Yeah, it looks good. I mean, I'll still watch it. I'm stoked to watch it, and it's on, going to come out on HBO Max. I mean, like, woohoo! Super stoked about that.
Well, on March 18th is the big one, right, Mike?
March 18th, Justice League. Whew, that's
4-hour extravaganza.
Yeah. I bet you're going to sit down and watch that, aren't you?
Absolutely.
You can't make 25 minutes for WandaVision, but 4 hours.
We all have a choice.
You're not moving. You're not a father. You're a husband. You're
a choice.
geek.
We all have a choice to make, Glenn. Whatever.
Pick your battles. Pick your battles. That's the battle he wants to fight.
Pick your battles. I will cut out time for 4.5 hours to watch that Justice League movie.
I know. I'm just talking. Yeah.
I definitely would.
I know.
So yeah, March 18th.
I think it's a good idea not breaking it up. I thought breaking it up was stupid. There's no reason to. I mean, financial or otherwise. I mean, just put it out there.
I mean, I'm a fan, so I can't wait. I would have done either or. I didn't care, right? And right before the next episode came out, I would watch the one right before it. So like I'd just do it, right? Just like how if you were watching Game of Thrones right before the new episode came out, you would watch the previous one. That's what I did. Just to get that recap. It was great. Loved it.
So you have short-term memory problems. Got it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's coming from an old man here. Yeah.
I don't need to rewatch an episode before I watch the new one. Just saying.
Great.
Yeah, but
I
awesome.
watched WandaVision.
Good for you, JD.
I always say that I'm going to do that. I never fucking do.
Yeah.
I always say that.
Mike, did you watch Vision Quest?
What?
Did you watch Vision Quest yet? Thought so. We even give him a movie that's related to him, like relates to what he does.
Movie about wrestling, and he won't watch it. He refuses to watch it.
I love the word. He refuses to watch it.
You refuse. You continue. We've talked about this for God knows how long now. 4 or 5 months now.
At least.
We bring it up on occasion.
Minimum.
And you haven't watched it. And Madonna's in it. Your all-time favorite singer.
This Madonna, my all-time favorite singer.
Oh, that's what you told me. I'm just repeating it. Yeah.
That's such a stretch right there.
You dressed up as her for one Halloween, right?
Yeah, sure, I did.
Fishnet stockings, all that stuff. Yeah.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just saying.
But great movie. Great movie. I'm just saying.
Both, Mike. We're fine with it. We still love you.
Like, what will you watch, Mike? You tell us what you would agree to watch.
DC, that's one thing he's going to watch.
Well, besides that.
We all have our choices.
That's why I'm asking you. What's something you would watch that exists today that you want to watch?
As in what? As a movie or as a TV show?
Ideally a movie, but go ahead with a TV show if that makes you more comfortable.
Well, you know what? I'm also interested in watching that movie called Nobody. That looks kind of interesting.
I love that one.
Yeah, exactly. We all have choices to make. So that's one.
Why don't you give us a quick synopsis of what it is?
Yeah, I'm going to look it up.
So Nobody, the same producer for John Wick, is this guy who was he was called I think accountant or cleaner or something like that. But he retired from that lifestyle so he could live a normal life, right? But ends up finding himself doing some of the deeds again, right? And so people are trying to find like, who is this person? And he's just saying, I'm a nobody. So it's very interesting. It has this John Wick kind of flair to it. But
it's Paul Goodman from Breaking Bad.
Is it Breaking Bad or is it from
Breaking Bad?
I thought it was Saul.
Saul. Yeah, Better Call Saul. Yeah, but he was in Breaking Bad first.
Okay, yeah. So that's him right there, right? And it looks so interesting.
He's not a Yeah, he's not anybody that I would ever think is.
Exactly. So that's what makes the movie like, oh, okay. So me and Sabrina, we looked at it, and we're like, okay, this looks very interesting, right? So that's another movie I'd like to see, right?
Now I don't know what John Wick thinks. I'm gonna go binge watch all 3.
John Wick. Yeah, the
There you
classic.
go.
Yeah,
Great movies. All good movies. Waiting for John Wick 4, which will be next year, hopefully.
With the Matrix, right? Matrix 4 supposed to come out too
This year.
is it this year?
HBO Max,
Max at the end of this year.
along
Lot
with
of-
Dune.
Yeah.
Illegal download. Wait, I shouldn't say that out loud, huh?
How's it illegal
didn't say
download if you
Get that out too.
No.
Can we get that out like the McGregor comment I made?
No, not at all. He'll
I hate you.
he doesn't want to pay the $5 a month for HBO Max. He just downloads it.
got it? That makes sense.
Hey, I had to pay like $8 for VPN to hide it from my ISP, so that's kind of paying something for it, right?
I guess so.
Interesting.
And all of a sudden, my internet account's off right now. After I say that,
Yeah, no surprise.
Not surprising at all. I agree. Well, fantastic. So next week we'll talk about obviously going into the Super Bowl, because Super Bowl is not this weekend. So we'll talk about that next week. We can see if anything's changed. Probably not. And I'd love to get your thoughts, Mike, on WandaVision at any point on the up-to-date season, like episodes. As in, like, by next Friday, you need to have watched all 5 episodes.
Need to. I need
Like,
to. That's
This is a show, okay? We talk about content. If you're not going to come in with any content, what are we going to talk about?
the only thing that we're going to be talking about. We didn't even.
What else
we
you
had-
got, Mike? What else you got?
Said last Friday that we're going to talk about conspiracy theories and stuff, which we didn't do today because we went into sports.
yeah,
We
you
went-
got it right.
Are you
Yeah,
sure? Are you sure we didn't?
Conspiracies. We talked about it today.
Are you sure we didn't?
I remember talking about it.
Maybe there's a
Okay.
conspiracy against the show not to talk about that.
Got it. You're right.
Whatever. Well, yeah.
Well, that's a good call, Mike. At any
It is.
point during the show, you could have brought that up earlier, but you
Could've, but
waited
we
till
were-
the end.
And you know what? We were talking about it. So you could point a finger, whatever you want to do, and you want to blame it. That's fine. I'll take that fall for you. If that's what makes you happy at night.
Oh, I
Selfish.
sleep pretty poorly at night. Nothing's going to make me happy enough to sleep good at night.
Well, that's true.
Sounds like personal problems.
It is.
Yeah, I'm not trying to bring them in. There we go. I just gave you a quick answer and left it at that.
But, you want to drag it out, and we want to talk about anything else
Yeah,
about?
are you trying to get personal here? You want to get personal?
Yeah, let's get to it.
God,
Yeah.
you want to make him feel like
Yeah.
shitting more?
I'll be selfish.
You know, do you like not being able to sleep at night? I mean, but that makes you feel good, right? Oh wait, no, it
Yeah.
doesn't.
Right.
Heartless bastard. Anyway,
So
Great
yeah, we can
time.
talk about conspiracy theories next week if we remember.
hey, you know, I'm just gonna change subject. You know, for the last final thing, just bringing up something. I'm gonna be in your home state, your adopted state next week, JD. We're gonna go to Reno. My middle son's turning 21.
Oh snap! You did mention
Wow.
something about that.
Yeah, so Saturday.
Maybe you'll reach out and see if your niece is available to come meet up with you.
Yeah, I had already reached out to my brother. That one's sad.
You won't contact her.
I had a contact deal like last night because I finally thought of it. Now you tell me about it. Maybe I'll just text her right now. How's that?
I mean, she's off on weekends, so and she lives right there near Reno.
Going to. I just better remember.
Is it just you and him, you and your son? That's it, or
It's going to be us. It's going to be his older brother, my wife, his mom, and his aunt. Are
Thanks
going
for
to go.
clarifying that.
I like it.
For a minute there, I thought maybe you got remarried to someone else suddenly.
We
in a
didn't know about
pandemic.
it. Yeah.
Hey, if she was smart, yeah. Wait,
Fair enough.
yeah, but yeah. So yeah, we'll be up there. He wants a Friday night. He's going to hang out with his friends at Berkeley and do something there. Hopefully, not get too wasted. I told him to drink slowly and giving him the standard fatherly advice. Even though he really hasn't drunk before, so done it a few times, but he's still going to go out with some people on Friday night, and then we'll pick him up early Saturday morning and make the trek up to Reno.
Nice.
Yeah, we have a
Just a
good
day trip?
family for the first time,
Just for a day.
just for the day, because the next day is Super Bowl, of course, and but it's also his grandmother's birthday.
Oh,
So,
okay, yeah.
yeah,
Wait, so you're going to drive all the way up to Reno, spend a few hours, and then head back?
It's not that much of a drive, right? Only what, 3 hours, 4 hours for you from where you're at?
yeah. It's just
Not too bad.
Yeah,
That's
so
not
it's
too bad.
not, and like I said, it's for his birthday. So.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah,
Honestly.
I'll go out of the way and do things like that for them.
Which is nice. I mean, I've driven my child all the way down to USC and back all in one day.
I know.
So,
It's just, you asked me that question, like it almost asked me like, "You're gonna drive in one day?" I'm like, "Dude, how many times?"
well, you're blind as fuck, dude. So I'm a little surprised because it means night driving, and that can be scary with you.
Yeah, that's true. Check out my contacts.
And
Actually,
there's snow, and there's snow.
Is it snowing?
that's the only thing I'm kind of concerned about is just having to deal with snow. But we'll see how the weather's because it has
Chain.
out there. Just have the chains. But
Yeah.
yeah, so
Gotta have chains.
actually, I got my new contacts. I can actually see well far. So yeah, I can't see
Well,
close, but for anybody that doesn't know, I am very close to being legally blind. So my eyesight absolutely sucks. It's horrible.
Can I give him an example? Can I talk about an example of that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Here's an example for you. So let's roll this all the way back to GameStop now. Okay.
Wow.
But we worked for a gaming company like GameStop called Captron at the time. G&G Software, Captron, eventually got bought by GameStop or whatever. Anyway, this was back late 80s. These were going on.
No,
He and I are working.
This was 90s. We're already out of high school.
Oh, well, that's true. I was working for him while I was still in high school beforehand. So you're right. For you and I. So anyway, after high school, whatever. 90, 91, somewhere around there. Okay. Anyway, whatever. It's irrelevant. The point is, we're working retail. Shut up. Stop talking.
All right.
Run this whole thing off. All right.
Are we done?
Ready, Mike? Mike, you ready?
All my life.
Fuck it. He doesn't want to hear. All right. Well, it's been a great show, everyone.
But yeah, it's really bad, but but these new contacts are actually pretty good. Seen far, but
fantastic.
I have to have reading glasses, so it doesn't make you feel old. I've always been blind, so I don't really care. Yeah,
Mike, why don't you take us out on a high note there, pal? Give us some words of wisdom. Spread some cheer here. Go.
Make good choices. Make good choices and have a great weekend.
Execute.
Execute in life. That's right. If you want to succeed, you execute. If you don't succeed, you didn't execute.
Everybody.
And that's what it is.
It is. It is what it is, right? We all have choices to make. You either execute them or you don't.
Yeah, there can be nothing that could impact your ability to execute it. You just either do it or you don't. It's one or the other. Black and white. It's as easy as it is.
Responsibility.
Oh crap! Kansas City's one of the linebackers tore his meniscus on Thursday. They're Willie Gay, who's actually been really good for them, tore his meniscus on Thursday. That fucking sucks.
Surgery.
It's not going to hurt their chances of winning, though.
And he's a rookie, so he wasn't there last year when they won. So hey, you're going to the Super Bowl, but you're not going to play.
If
Sad.
you win, though.
Sucks.
I asked Mike to have us leave on a high point, and you bring it down by talking about a kid who just tore an Achilles.
Well, if you're a Tampa Bay fan, it's a high note, right? The same. Always look at different perspective, right?
Yeah, good call.
Good call.
Right side of life.
All right, fair enough. Well, it's been fun as always. Appreciate this back and forth banter. We'll talk about conspiracy theories next week.
Supposedly.
Or will we?
Exactly.
We'll try. Anyway, everybody have a good weekend.
You do.
Enjoy the week, and talk to you soon. Take care.
Hey, guys.